Okay, picture this. You're in a store, staring at two bottles of juice. One is the brand you always buy. The other one costs a little more, but its label is covered in green leaves and says eco-friendly. What do? Which one do you actually buy? Well, today, we're going to give you the tools to make that decision with total confidence. We're going to help you become an ethical detective, ready to decode any claim a company throws at you.
So let's just jump right in with a puzzle. Take a good look at this drink. The label is practically screaming eco-friendly and healthy at you. It feels like the right choice, doesn't it? But is it really? Is buying this drink actually better for you and for the planet? By the end of our time here, you'll be able to answer that question and a whole lot of others like it, for sure.
All right, let's break this down. We're looking at the case of our eco-friendly drink. What do we got? We've got the green labeling, we've got a higher price tag, and we have two really big promises. It's good for you, and it's good for the planet. But is this for real, or is it just some clever marketing? You know, every good detective starts by asking the right questions. So let's kick off our investigation right here. Who really benefits from this product? Is it just the company's bottom line? Who could potentially be at risk if these claims are just not true? And maybe most importantly, what is this company's real motivation here?
That last question, the one about motivation, is absolutely crucial. And it brings us to the first tool in our detective kit, understanding something called corporate social responsibility, or CSR. This is basically how we figure out a company's why. You know, the philosophy that's driving them beyond just making a buck.
So, what's really fascinating here is that there are four main ways a company can see its role in the world. The economic model, that's simple. It's all about profit, period. The philanthropic model is kind of like, we'll make our money first and then we'll donate some to a good cause. The social web model recognizes that it has a duty to everyone it impacts, its stakeholders. And then there's the integrative model. For these companies, social good is baked right into their DNA. It's part of the business itself. So looking at these, which model do you think our drink company is following?
Okay, so once we have a sense of a company's motivation, we can grab our second tool. And honestly, this one is a real game changer. It's all about a massive power shift in the marketplace, one that puts you, the consumer, in a much stronger position.
And this slide just illustrates that shift perfectly. We used to live in a world of caveat emptor, or let the buyer beware. That meant it was basically your job to figure out if a product was junk. But now we operate under caveat vendor, let the seller beware. The responsibility is now on the company to make sure its products are safe and its claims are actually true. That's a huge difference.
And let's be clear, this isn't just a friendly suggestion, this is a legal principle with real teeth. Seller beware is the foundation of consumer protection laws all over the world. It means our drink company can't just slap a healthy label on their bottle and call it a day. They are legally accountable for that claim.
Right. We've looked at the motive and we know our rights. Now it's time to zoom in on that eco-friendly label with our third and final tool. Our job now is to figure out if this is genuine green marketing or if it's a deceptive practice called greenwashing.
This quote really just hits the nail on the head. Greenwashing isn't just some slick advertising trick, it's a serious ethical problem. Why? Because it preys on our good intentions as consumers and it totally undermines the companies that are generally trying to do the right thing. So how do you spot it? Well, you start asking some tough questions. Is that green claim super vague with no real proof behind it? Is the company making a huge deal about its recyclable bottle while, polluting rivers somewhere else? Is there any actual evidence, like a legitimate certification, to back up what they're saying? These are the questions that help you cut right through the hype.
Okay, so we have our tools, we've got our questions ready. It is time to put it all together. We can officially stop being confused consumers and start being confident, ethical detectives, ready to make a final verdict.
And here it is. This is your playbook, the three-step ethical review. It's simple. Step 1, analyze the motive. Step 2, know your rights and demand that the company honors them. And Step 3, test their claims. Put them through the greenwashing filter. This is your guide to making smart, ethical choices every single time. So, what's the bottom line in all of this? A truly ethical business isn't about slogans or leafy green packaging. It's about action. It's about protecting its customers, respecting everyone involved in the business, and making responsibility a core, non-negotiable part of how it actually operates. Which brings us all the way back to our eco-friendly drink. And it leaves us with this final, really important question.
can a company actually make a profit and be deeply responsible at the same time? The answer to that is shaping the future of business as we speak. And now, you've got the tools to be a part of that conversation.